Specifically, how do you partner with these OEMs?
We're there with them on a daily basis. We're here on the other end of the email or phone, to help them with any product application issues that come up. We're there for the product design. We've had OEMs come to us and they want a new product to do a certain thing or to address a problem they've seen, and we'll work right there with them to capture their requirements and design a product for them, start to finish, as has been talked about before. Just going from the concept all the way through, design review, prototyping, testing, and then producing it right here.
So Brett, continuous improvement is a quality Kason's had for a long time. How does customer engagement and feedback ensure great products keep on getting better?
It's important. It's important for us to look back after we've done a new design or launched a new product, to audit ourselves and see how we performed in our teams, see how we met a schedule, and to look back at how the product performed. Did it meet the customer's needs? Were there any issues that we could take that information, feed it back into our keeping up with our lessons learned and applying that to the next product we want.
And Brett, we all know pricing plays a huge role today in every aspect of selling products. What are some of the key things Kason's done to compete with the import markets?
We're constantly investing in new equipment, new processes to improve our efficiencies in our factory. And I know Sean will probably touch on this throughout this talk. But really driving out costs from the process is one advantage we have to apply to help compete with the offshore. We're also there from the design side to look at the market trends and maybe design new products that have lower cost based off the materials that are used. And we've done that over the years. We're in the midst of a period where there's high steel, high zinc prices. In the past, we've seen even larger spikes and design products to use an alternate material to try to keep the cost down for our customers, the OEMs.
Dave, talk to me a little bit about your commitment to intellectual property and why that's so important.
Everything we design with a purpose. And anything that is designed functionally or looks-wise that we can protect with intellectual property or patents, we're going to do so because we want to protect that customer with their decision to use those products. And it adds credibility to the product itself. It helps keep counterfeit Kason wannabes out of the market. And Kason feels strongly about protecting our patents and our intellectual properties.
David, adding to that, many times those counterfeit products that come into the market, they look just like a Kason product, but they don't perform like a Kason product. So, that can really damage the customer, and it also damages Kason's name too.
So I think this ties into the way you work with the OEM engineering departments.
Absolutely.
How does that intellectual property work in that regard?
Well, I think that like Brett said earlier, working with the OEM, especially their engineering department and their design department, is crucial to their business as well as ours. And so what brings us to that point in most cases is the history of quality that we provided and the relationship that we have with the OEM, with the customer. That's what brings a lot of it to the table, is the history. And again, I'm going to repeat myself from earlier. We've been in business for 95 years. So there's been a lot of good things that have been designed and developed.
It's a great service. You're an outsourced engineering department for hundreds of food service equipment companies around the United States. Tell us about the Kason tool room, what it does, and the advantages of having on-site tooling capabilities.
We're a fully equipped tool room. We do everything from emergency repairs to building new equipment. We maintain all of our casting, stamping dies, and all of the tooling that goes along with those. We do engineering changes. We're able to do prototypes. We're equipped for welding, for breakdowns, for emergencies. That pretty much sums it up.
Hey, Chris, what are some of the different types of equipment? Just rattle off some of those. It's pretty cool tool room.
We have 2 wire EDMs. One of them was just purchased about a year ago. We have 3 CNC milling machines. We have 1 RAM EDM. We have all of the manual mills, grinders, saws, lathes, welders. We do our own heat treating. We have all of our inspection equipment in-house. Pretty much everything we need to do whatever it takes to keep the Kason manufacturing going.
I can attest it's an amazing facility. Anybody gets a chance to come in and visit, I'm sure you'd be happy to show them. Hey, Chris, can you give us an example of a tool room challenge that stands out in your mind and how you and your team are able to solve it?
We are currently in the process of attaining a new piece of equipment for our small panel fastener line. And during that process, we've had to upgrade a lot of our equipment, of our current tooling, because we always viewed our tooling as a finished product. And now our new assembly machine is more taking all of the components that we manufactured in 3 or 4 different processes, and they're doing them all in one process. So it was a challenge because we have had to go through and we have had to pay attention to some things that we didn't always pay attention to. And we were able to rather quickly come to some conclusions and get some tooling changed around to facilitate the new tool being brought online.
Have any of you guys on the panel ever seen a manufacturer that has capabilities Kason does in the tool room?
They're really outstanding. I mean, it's a full service tool room. You know, I was adding on to what Chris was saying, like the challenges this week. We had a new tool going into service, and we found out didn't have quite enough draft on it to process through and eject the right way. We were able to pull that die out, go right to the tool room, make adjustments, put it right back in to help us stay on schedule. Whereas, you know, in other shops that might be a tooling change where it has to send outside to another shop and take weeks to get back. So we can react quicker by having that tool room right there in house.
And Chris, how many product dies does Kason maintain, and how many product dies do you guys have in that area?
We have about 1,300 total dies. We have about 300 stamping dies, about a little over 300 casting and trim dies, and the rest of it is we have polishing end of arm tooling. We have assembly, fixturing, and mill and drill. We have fixturing to hold the components, and we also make gauges and have checking fixtures.